This townland of Shan Valley near Castlebar in County Mayo is the birthplace of a woman who played a key role in the founding of a movement that has transformed millions of lives, Alcoholics Anonymous. In 1889, Bridget Gavin was born here in Shan Valley and lived here until she was 7. She emigrated to the United States with her family, and at the age of 25, she joined the Sisters of Charity of St Augustine and was given the name Sr Ignatia. She worked as a music teacher for 10 years, but she really struggled with this work and ended up having something of a nervous breakdown and was assigned to what seemed a more straightforward task, dealing with admissions at St Thomas's Hospital in Akron, Ohio. Perhaps as a result of experiencing her own fragility, Sr Ignatia had a tender heart for the alcoholics who would sometimes present themselves for admission at the hospital. There was little understanding of the biological aspects of addiction at the time, and alcoholism was treated primarily as a moral problem. Understandably then, hospitals weren't generally interested in giving their precious beds to alcoholics, but Sr Ignatia often would admit them and accompany them through a brief detox, but then they were out again and often returned quickly to alcohol. In 1935, a doctor by the name of Bob Smith was working in St Thomas's Hospital. He had just overcome his own alcohol addiction with the help of meetings with a man by the name of Bill Wilson, and both of them were helped by attending meetings of a Christian organization known as the Oxford Group. All the ingredients of AA were there, and they were in the process of being combined when Dr. Bob conspired with Sr Ignatia to admit an alcoholic not just to detox, but as a medical patient. This opened up a whole new way of treating alcoholism, and Dr. Bob and Sr Ignatia worked closely together to perfect the course of treatment for alcoholism in the hospital, producing a model that would soon be replicated in hospitals everywhere. A special ward was designated for this purpose, including not only beds, but a comfortable social space, a fridge with nourishing drinks, easy access to the chapel, and coffee available 24 hours a day. This was something Sr Ignatia insisted on, and recent studies confirm her intuition that drinking coffee can be very important in the first stages of withdrawal from alcohol. To help the patients regain their dignity, they would work on the ward themselves, helping out with cleaning, washing up, and so on. And when a new patient came in, it was the current patients who helped him change and wash and prepare for treatment. Treatment in Sr Ignatia's ward included all the key principles of AA: acceptance of powerlessness over alcohol, utter dependence on God, recognition of past shortcomings, and the support of a sponsor. When patients left Sr Ignatia's ward, she would give them a little Sacred Heart badge, and she'd ask them to return this badge to her personally if ever they decided to start drinking again. It happened on many occasions that Sr Ignatia would receive a call along these lines, and through the conversation she would lead her old patients back to commitment to sobriety. This aftercare was a huge part of her work, and many of the men and women she cared for regarded her as a kind of guardian angel, especially at trying times. Incidentally, this tradition of the Sacred Heart badge may be the origin of the use in AA today of tokens marking various stages of sobriety. She was tough when she needed to be, but she had a profoundly welcoming heart. "The alcoholic is deserving of sympathy," she once wrote. "Christ-like charity and intelligent care are needed, so that with God's grace he or she may be given the opportunity to accept a new philosophy of life." In 1952, Sr Ignatia moved on from Akron to Cleveland, setting up a new center for the treatment of alcoholism there. And working there for the rest of her life, it's estimated that she personally cared for some 15,000 people with alcoholism. When she was honored for her work, she said simply, "I am just one of those many women of the Catholic nursing community of America who are striving to rescue men and women from the bottomless pit of alcoholism." Whether in hospitals or in parish halls or private homes, the Alcoholics Anonymous movement and its various spin-offs have changed for the better the lives of countless people. In its manual, known as the Big Book, Sr Ignatia Gavin, the woman from Shan Valley, is honored as one of the greatest friends our fellowship will ever know.
How little I thought when I entered the convent that I would spend my days, at least as many of them as I have, in caring for alcoholics. But God works in mysterious ways, and certainly His divine providence has directed all this. You see many wonderful results, nothing short of miracles. Certainly God is extremely kind to the alcoholic.